Let's do this. I thought I was being slick. We have come so far. Yeah, I'm definitely streaming a lot more. I just did kind of like the first of the talk shows, even though I've streamed with Figgy a few times. But I'm trying to like ease her into the communities, which she still tries to, I don't know. If she wants to be old, I guess she can be old. If she wants to be young, she can be young. She can be whatever she wants. This is her deal. I've made some suggestions. But I don't want to interfere with, her doing her own thing. I worry that, because I do have some regret about starting this whole streaming journey, revealing my age. Because whenever somebody tells me, how'd you get started in this, I talk about my disastrous birthday. And when we talk about my disastrous birthday, it is on my 50th birthday. It is a landmark day. And the reason it's such a landmark day is because my 50th birthday is the 50th birthday of Walt Disney World, which all happened during the pandemic. This is this isn't an easy, thing, and I'm kind of like forced into being pigeonholed once people find out that, I'm this old guy. I just feel kind of like, and especially when people talk about like how young they perceive me as, then I get even more like, why did I do this to why did I do this to myself? Yeah, and I'm kind of like, I kind of like frustrated, and here's an opportunity that Figgy has, that she doesn't have to be old, that she can just fit right in, but she doesn't have to. Like this is the thing that I have to remind myself almost, that this isn't my my wish for her, but I just, like I said, I sometimes wish that I could like take it back, because that's how I started. I think it's great that she never wants to do a face reveal. That's fine. think that it's good that she doesn't want to lie. Because being genuine is a lot can be said for being genuine. It is what it is. I mean, like I said, I gotta let her do, she's gotta discover these things on her own. It's one of those things, it's where, like, if I don't let her fall or stumble, she'll always be dependent upon me, and that's not gonna happen. Because she even said that would I be upset if she surpassed me. I'm actually kind of hoping she does. I'm hoping that she skyrockets past me. I don't know if she could do that, because I have been hit with severe ageism. Communities and stuff like that. I've had people, not want to kind of play with me because of that. And she reveals that part about her. She doesn't get to experience that. And I have to say that I have experienced it. I have experienced, like the feeling young, the feeling with others, and the belonging that eventually was ripped away, or taken away, or just faded away. I don't know how you want to say it, but it wasn't abrupt, but it was definitely after a while no longer there. I definitely think that the reveal of my age definitely affected my suspension. It affected how people reacted or came back to me. When the suspension was over, when everything was cleared. Didn't come back to me. Didn't make me part of their circle anymore. I've had some people like, how dare I? I had one person, we were here for you, and you basically slapped our hand away. So, no. For anybody who does that, I just want you to know, like, you aren't. You aren't. And, when I shut down and I cleared everybody out and had a temper tantrum, I have never said that was the right thing to do. In fact, I will continuously say that was the wrong thing to do. I've done my best to make right my temper tantrum. And in that, I have to accept that people won't accept me back because of my temper tantrum. But you can't say that you're here for me and you would do anything, and because I did X, you stopped. No, you were never here for me. It was conditional. It was all conditional. And I try. I might do the same thing. I try my best not to do something like that. But I do have to protect myself too. So it isn't a black and white issue to me. It's not a gray issue, but it's just definitely not black and white. Each time it's different. And I don't fault somebody for basically saying, this is how we feel, and that's how we're going to move on from here. You aren't part of the inner circle anymore. You are now part of the outer circle, and you have to earn your way back in. I had one person do that too, and not for nothing, I'm not earning it. I'll own it. I'll own it that I did wrong. But I will not. I'm not going to basically try to prove myself by being something that I'm not, so that I can earn your trust again. No, you're going to get what you get. This is it. I could have another temper tantrum and shut down everything again. I could get very mad again. That could happen. So no, I'm not going to make that. I'm not going to put myself through any this is what I do to freaking relax. This is what I do basically to get away from like the chores of my job and stuff like that. Don't you dare. Don't you dare put that on me. Earn my way back. It's fucking bullshit. Again, I will not say that what I did, when I threw my temper tantrum, when I was mad that people were connected to a certain person or people, to certain people, I removed them. I was very angry, very upset, and I didn't give people the chance to choose, but I wouldn't want to be given a chance to choose anyway. But I forget that everybody's different. So I own my mistake. I own it. And I have to admit that doing what I did got me further away from that person. And yes, it was their apology. If you were asking why I did it, when I did it, it was because they sent me an apology. It was this fake apology that blamed me for the reason why they took action against me. And the way they made it sound like is if I continue doing what I'm doing, they will do that again. There is no nicety in this. And that's why I took away people's choice. That's why I took the people's choice. The person almost freaking ran right into me. They're driving in the middle of the road. 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Yeah, so, and when I talk about things like that, this is where, this is my vantage point. I will admit, I did the best that I could do with the tools and the situation that I had at hand. I did react quickly. I did react unjustly. I was not fair. My return was not, I didn't treat people equally. When I realized I was doing that, the thing that I did, we can go. When I realized I was doing just that, I realized that I made up one of the ways that I did recompense is that I started making the cues. The cues, turning people into a cue, came from a very, well, came from a trend on Twitter, to draw your friends poorly, draw your friends' PFPs, profile pictures poorly, I think is what it was, with 9 spots. I didn't think I was going to have 9. Nine friends to draw. And if I had to really think about it at the time, when I first started drawing my friends as cues, I couldn't even name 5 people that I was close to. So I drew 3. And created a template. I already had one drawn long before I started this. And I kept on drawing. And if I had a conversation with somebody, or if somebody said something, or somebody even followed me, because at the time I wasn't even creating my Twitch account. I had 0 people. When I created the Twitch account, I had the Twitch account for about a month and a half. I mean, when you think about it, I talked to Trua almost immediately after she started. And she's the one that convinced me to stick around. And I'd have to look when I actually created the morning commute. Because the morning commute was my continuous stream. This stream right now that I'm doing was my continuous stream to keep on being a streamer, and I was going to stay a YouTuber. I was going to not be a VTuber. And like really right after it, I think I even mentioned it in the early streams of what was going on. Like I said, I have to go back and look at when I started this. I mean, because there's now almost 300. So, I mean, I know I'm in my 2nd year of doing this. At least about a year and a half of doing this. That it was, True, I think, just started. This is before she got launched into the stratosphere. I think we were on equal footing number-wise on Twitter. Now I think she has like 56K now. But yeah, I think it's what it is that my experience, now 3 years, and looking at what Figgy's going through right now, I want her to be whatever she wants to be. I think that that's the best way to be a streamer. It is the tried and true, the longevity, because people won't be expecting you to be something else that you're pretending to be. So the longevity is there. But I think once people have a expectation or a notion of what they think you are, I think they will show prejudice against it, if they have a prejudice against it. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to offer suggestions. I'm going to guide her through. I hope that she surpasses me and proves me wrong when she does things like, I'm going to do it my way. And I hope, like I said, I hope she surpasses me. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a fantastic, fantabulous, crazy time doing it. I hope you're enjoying everything that you do. I hope you're taking good care of yourself. As always, if you could put cool beans in the comments below, I would enjoy that immensely. It would mean the world to me. It will throw off the analytics of YouTube, which makes me even happier, because like viewers vanishing when I raid, it is what it is. I mean, I have to tell you, like, that's kind of crazy when I think about it. When I have, like, all of a sudden I raid and it says you're raiding with 2 people, and like 5 people, you know, come out with a freaking that we raided with you. I'm like going, what is going on? Is this like this is how we don't pay you type of thing? When we run ads every 30 minutes now, I have to go check that because that's what they're doing. I'm glad the ads haven't gone up, because I remember there was like 6 minutes of ads, and 6 minutes of ads running every half hour is fucking annoying. And I want everybody to know, with all the ads, all said and told, this is all the ads from the very beginning. This is now 2 years of streaming on Twitch, and all the ads, all said and told, reached $1.50. That's how much money I've made off of ads. $1.50. Fuck Twitch. It's such bullshit. And yes, I shut my ads off originally, so I didn't make a lot. But I just watched my ads run today. Because Figgy was watching my stream, and I just watched the ads run, and they ran for 30 seconds every half hour. And when you do a 2-hour stream, that's 4 of them. If you have 15 people watching, or 100 people watching and stuff like that I've had before, and this is after I made the change, because they had it up to 6 minutes. I think they did it once an hour, but they had 6 minutes of freaking ads. Like, I was sitting through 6 minutes of ads. That's some bullshit. And I can't even turn it off. I've tried. I sincerely have tried to turn it off. The only other way to turn it, what happens when you actually turn it off is it goes to auto, and then that's when I was running 6 minute ads. And that's when I had people freaking viewing. And the total I've made from all the ads that have played, 6 minutes of ads that people have sat through, the total number of money that I made is $1.50. That's fucked up. And I don't now have a lot of viewers, so I'm not going to even bring that up. But $1.50. 2 years, $1.50. Yay. So you guys take care. And thank you. Thank you. If somebody hasn't thanked you today, I'm thanking you right now. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this. All right? Bye.